skip it up and that up. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Rich of Review Tech USA, and it's 15 Love. Oh. The game you were looking at here is Lost Planet Extreme Condition Colonies Edition. Say that 3 times fast. It's a third-person shooter created by Capcom. It has beautiful visuals, decent controls, and okay gameplay. The game had a lot of potential but didn't live up to it. I liked it a lot, but it could have been a hell of a lot better. After the first few levels, the scenery and gameplay get very monotonous. But I did pick Lost Planet as background footage for a reason, because today we're going to talk about Capcom and Lost Planet 3. Now, I saw the trailer for Lost Planet 3, and honestly, to me, the trailer was ho-hum. It did not get me excited for the next sequel in the Lost Planet series. And I read the article on Kotaku saying they're going to bring back horror elements, and the third game, the third installment, is what the first Lost Planet should be. And I was like, okay, cool, maybe this is going to be a really good game. Then I found out who's developing Lost Planet 3, and all my hopes were instantly dashed. Lost Planet 3 is being developed by, are you ready, people? Spark Unlimited. Who are known for such fantastic titles such as Turning Point Full of Liberty. Ooh. And the masterpiece Legendary. Yeah. Both of which are considered 2 of the crappiest games of this generation. And in my opinion, Turning Point Full of Liberty is one of the worst first-person shooters ever. It's a piece of shit. So if you were Capcom and you had a fledgling series that was just introduced this generation and the second installment of it was considered a pile of crap, who would you hire to develop the third installment? I think any person with a brain would look at the development team's history and say, I want someone who knows how to develop hit games, quality games, games people want to buy. But no, not Capcom. Their line of thinking is, what's the cheapest company we could get to develop this game who is desperate for work, and we can hope that even if the game sucks, people will buy it because of the name that's attached to it. I got it! Let's hire Spark Unlimited. We could get them to develop the game for next to nothing. Yeah! And we'll still bank because people will just see Lost Planet 3 and Capcom on the front of the box and think that we developed it. Profiting off of a crappy product for the win. Capcom, what are you doing with your franchises? What are you thinking? You had Slant 6, the company that developed the horrible SOCOM US Navy SEALs Confrontation, develop Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City. That SOCOM game got horrible scores across the board, and you hire them to develop a Resident Evil game, one of your key franchises. And shockingly, Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City turned out to be a piece of flaming crap. And then after that disaster, you turn around and hire Spark Unlimited to develop Lost Planet 3, a company that only has 3 games under their belt, and 2 out of the 3 games have been panned by critics. Capcom, you don't get it. Just because you have game series that are very popular doesn't mean you could shovel shit onto a disc developed by horrible companies and people will continue to buy it over and over again. People are getting so fed up with Capcom that their Better Business Bureau rating has been downgraded by 3 ranks. Capcom now has 42 closed complaints, 40 of which required intervention from the BBB because people were pissed off that there was on-disc DLC. Capcom's rebuttal, of course, is that they lock certain features on the disc because it has to be patched first with updates before it can be used properly. You smell that? Oh, that's bullshit that I smell. It smells really bad, too. I don't want to hear anything about development cycles and all that other crap. Imagine a book goes to a bookstore. You get the book, and chapters are missing, but they still sell you the book at full price, telling you that, oh yeah, you have to pay extra for these extra chapters because they haven't been proofread yet. We just wanted to leave those areas blank in the book so we could fit them in later on. Would you tolerate that? Hell no, you wouldn't. And if you think there's actually a chance that you will see a new exciting IP come from Capcom anytime soon, think again. They only want to make sequels. According to Keiji Inafune, Capcom only wanted sequels and did not want them to make any new intellectual properties. Capcom wanted the company's output to consist of 70 to 80% sequels, and Inafune was promised the other 20% of the budget to work on new franchises, but it never materialized. When he went to management at Capcom with Dead Rising and Lost Planet prototypes, they were consistently denied over and over again. But even after they were denied, Inafune continued to work on Lost Planet and Dead Rising prototypes, and he went an astonishing 400% over budget in hopes that management would be forced to release the titles to recoup losses. The risk paid off. Dead Rising 1 and 2 went on to sell millions of copies, and management didn't fire his ass. But do you see what I'm saying? Capcom only wants to keep shoveling the same garbage down your throat. The only reason Dead Rising and Lost Planet exist is because Inafune defied his management. He basically said, screw you, I'm making the games anyway, and hoped that he could recoup the losses so they didn't fire him. Capcom, I'm gonna end this video by saying, what the hell happened to you? What happened to the Capcom from the 80s and 90s that came out with innovative, quality games that everyone wanted? What happened to the king of third-party developers that I used to know and love? Capcom was my favorite development company along with Konami. And no offense to Konami, they're doing pretty bad themselves. To all the Japanese developers out there, people don't want a Call of Duty clone from you. People don't want a mindless action game. They want the survival horror titles. They want the innovation. They want something refreshing and different from Western developers. Stop worrying about copying other companies to maximize profits, because I'll tell you this, you're going to recoup no profits because Capcom is going to cease to exist. People will only tolerate so much. This is Rich of Review Tech USA. Make sure to rate, comment, favorite, and subscribe. And if you have an interesting news story, send it to me via private message. Have a good one.